Good morning, CactusCon. Yeah, how y'all folks doing? You ready? We're gonna have some fun. 2 days of action-packed fun. So first and foremost, I just want to welcome everyone and thank you all for being here. Extremely excited to see familiar faces and also, and especially unfamiliar faces in the crowd. You're all fantastic. Thank you for being here. Let's make some core memories. Aww. Raise your hand if this is your first time at CactusCon. That's awesome. Round of applause. That warmed my heart right now. Oh, it's good. So, hey, folks, I'm Ryan. I've been involved with the CactusCon scene for many, many years. Presented 6 or 7 years. I was the lead for 2 years. This isn't about me. It's about all of you and all the people who put in a lot of hard work. And hey, remember when I said I was the lead for 2 years? It's a lot of work. I know. So this is just going to be an absolute phenomenal time. I want to start with just a quick little story. Back at CactusCon, I want to say 3, right? This is a 14th CactusCon. So I think it was 3, maybe 4. I was new to the security realm, if you will, and I attended CactusCon. The first thing that I did was I attended a workshop by a Mr. Joe Giron. I don't know if he's in the room right now. Shout out to Joe. He's a long-term, if you can't tell, CactusCon fella. And the workshop absolutely blew my mind. He had, what number of us from work were there? Maybe you guys remember. Hi. Anyway, he showed us how to do, we were making Python-based IRC bots and then attacking them. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And it was free. And it was part of just a thing that was at CactusCon. I had no idea that my world would literally change that day. Fast forward to now, and I feel like this is partly my baby, even though the only thing I did this year is run my mouth right now. I love CactusCon. I want to know what your story is going to be. Like, think about that in a couple years forward. What is, for those of you who it's not your first time, like, what is CactusCon meant to you? And, you know, what is it going to be down the line? It has literally changed my entire career, and I'm dead serious on that. So I take this very seriously, and I'm very happy to see you all. First and foremost, I want to let folks know that CactusCon is for the community, by the community, the board, the volunteers, everyone. This is all just done for the community, right? A lot of time invested, and because of all that time invested, we have some really cool stuff for you. Obviously, we have talks, and that'd be cool if we had some talks at a security conference, right? So what I've done is I have up our website. For those of you that can see it, and I think we're recording, maybe, I don't know if we're streaming or not. Stream? No? Yeah, we're recording it. And you can follow along in general with just the community on the Discord server. It's simply on the website. It's right up here. See? That guy right there. You just click on Discord, or just go to cactuscon.com/Discord for the invite. For those of you wondering, we did have some online hybrid kind of years, and we had a con-specific Discord. From now on, you go to our community Discord. If you're like, where's the con Discord? Just go to the Discord. That's the Discord. I also want to note that our talk schedule can be found very easily on the website by just going up here to CC14 and going down to talks and schedule. Also of note, a shout out to the folks at Hacker Tracker. You folks use Hacker Tracker? Yeah, heck yeah. They are fantastic. They've brought us on board, I don't know how many years now we've been on there. You can get the link right here, or just, go to the website, Google Play, App Store. You're good to go. I highly recommend it. And of course, we have our schedule. Look, right there. We have 2 keynotes this year. I'm going to go right down to them. We've got keynote, Death by Ransomware. Oh, awesome. And that is being given by the good Dr. Christian Demeth. And I would like to say right now that I live and breathe ransomware. Hold on, as in like fighting against it. It may have come off wrong. So I actually have don't worry about it. I deal with it a lot, like literally every single day. So when I saw this talk, and I was like, ooh, the good doc is going to drop it. So make sure that you attend that. That is going to be here in track 1 at 1 o'clock, not long from now. And we also have, I'm going to scroll over to page 2. I said scroll over, just a note up here on the talk schedule. You click on Saturday. That's how you get to the second day. Folks sometimes scroll down and go like, "Where's Saturday?" You have to click the button. So we also have a keynote on day 2 from Selena Larson, The Importance of Being Human. Selena's awesome, by the way. I know her. I had her on a recent live stream, and we did a panel talk with her. She's phenomenal. She's fantastic. Is she in the room? Can I make her uncomfortable? That's okay. So check that out. All the talks that we have are listed here on the schedule site. We have track 1, that's this room. Track 2, track 3 is over closer on the opposite side of building C here. We've got workshops. Make sure you check out the workshops. Like I said, the way that I was like, oh, CactusCon is awesome, was through a workshop. So we have a number of workshops. I don't have time to cover them all, but they're on the schedule. They're right up here, so don't forget, this is a thing. Next up, I want to mention that we have villages. Have you folks, anyone here never been to a village at a security conference? Okay, all of you who just raised your hand, go make time for the villages. Like when you leave here, well, you should go to talks and stuff too. I'm just saying, don't skimp on the villages, all right? Don't sleep on them. Villages are my answer when people say, hey, I'm new to security conferences and or CactusCon. What should I do? Like go to the villages, find one that the name interests you, go talk to people. Go interact with people. Go socially network. And if you're an introvert, go hang out, crawl the wall, do your best job to be involved. They have a number of things that are just phenomenal. If you go up to CC14 and go on down to, it's right in front of me, villages and events, you will see our villages. I don't have time to scroll through all, but I will just kind of give a heads up. At the very top here, you can find the links to the various villages. The aerospace village, personally, I know nothing about aerospace in general when it comes to cybersecurity or other. So I'm gonna head over there today and be like, hey, what do you people do? And learn, it's fun. The CISO village is head up by my good buddy, Andy Jordan. So that is a registration-based event. If you are signed up for it, you are gonna have a phenomenal time. The CactusCon greenhouse is Russ's baby. Is he in here right now? I love that guy. Fine. None of my friends showed up. What? Oh, yeah, okay. He has busy, important things to do. Whatever. The greenhouse is phenomenal if you have not ever sat down and hacked on stuff, right? I've never run Wireshark. I've never injected a packet. I've never done these things. It's a curated list. It's called the greenhouse for people who are green in the community. You go and sit down at a station. That station is purpose-built, and it walks you through, like literally step by step, how to do a thing. You're not going and just listening to someone say, all right, well, then you would do this, and then you would do, no, you're doing it hands-on, and then you move to the next station, and then the next. Do not forget to check that village out. Hardware hacking. Would it be a security conference if we didn't have a hardware hacking village? Like, seriously, come on now. We also have awesome hardware hacking resources that I will very much be excited to have one of our guys come up and talk about very shortly. Capture the flag. It wouldn't be a security conference without capture the flag, right? Duh. So the capture the flag rules, team registration, all that is on this page. Just scroll down or click up here. And we have a career village. Need some resume review, want to do some mock interviews, that type of thing. That's your guy. And physical security, lockpicking, bypassing, all that fun stuff. It's hands-on, really, really good time. That takes me right into, speaking of the hardware hacking village, we have some amazing hardware badges this year, and I'd like to invite Mark. Come on up, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you all. I'm Mark, also known as Cybax on Discord. So I help lead badges for CactusCon, and I'm just going to give a very brief introduction to them. But first, I want to thank all of the volunteers that are involved with making this happen. None of us are paid. We put thousands, literally thousands of hours. We start, like after this con is over, to start planning and preparing for next year. So thank you very much to all the volunteers that have helped do software, hardware, and we spent the last 2 days assembling all these things so you guys can have them and flashing them. So real quick, give it up for the volunteers that helped make that happen. All right, so the badge this year is your gateway to collecting, battling, and evolving your Cactumon. So as you turn your badge on, you will see that there is a Cactamon that you are randomly assigned. You can battle other people to grow it. You can also find some gems around in the area to collect other Pokemon and battle and collect other Pokemon. So if you want to find someone that's looking to battle, you'll see, as that gentleman has there, blinking red LEDs on the front. And they have figured out how to turn on I'm open to battle. It's under menu and battle. So with that, we've got at the Hardware Hacking Village, for everyone that's bought a badge, please only take one of these if you bought a badge. We have some add-ons that can go on the front of the badge that will help you grow and develop your soldering skills. So this is Hackachu. If you bought a badge, this is where you start. You have a couple LEDs to solder on. And once you get those done, you can show this to the volunteers at the Hardware Hacking Village, and they will let you take one of these, which is kind of an introduction to surface mount soldering. And so they've got some instructions and things you can do to continue to develop that. And if you get really good at surface mount soldering and want to go really crazy, this is a much more complicated surface mount SAO. So you can really develop your soldering skills more to things that get to kind of the modern technology of what we assemble today. And last but not least, a couple things. We've got software updates happening, fixing bugs. If you see bugs, please go to the Breaking Badge Discord, report them, or tell someone at the Hardware Hacking Village, myself or Kevin, we can do our best to get them fixed. If you go to the Discord channel and look at pinned messages under Breaking Badge, you'll see when we have updates available. To update your badge, you just power it on. You'll see a little hourglass, and it says hold the boot button. That will put it into update mode. And the last couple things, we also this year have kids badges. Is anyone planning on going to CactusCon Kids with their kids? Sweet, awesome. There are kids badges available. So when you register for CactusCon Kids, you can either register for the badge and pay for it then, or we might have some available the day of CactusCon Kids. They are to go along with all the stations the kids will be doing stuff. They can lock stations of the different villages that they visit. My son was actually the one that wrote all the code for the kids badge this year. So. All right, last thing I'll mention on the main conference badges, they are very hackable from a software perspective this year. So don't be disruptive, but if you find a way to cheat, it's running MicroPython, maybe increase your stats or gain XP faster than other people. Please cheat responsibly. Last thing I'll mention is that the badges, we have limited supplies left of these. If you haven't bought one yet, they will be available in merch. So pick those up if you want to play along with the game this year. So with that, I'll pass it back to Ryan. Thank you all very much for coming and hearing a little bit about badges.
Hey, Mark, what does SAO stand for? Ah, you sneaked around that one. All right, cool. Thank you so much. I got really excited. I saw Mark reference his phone real quick, and I was like, you're reading off your phone for an outline of your talk? Who does that? I was like, we all do it, right? We all do it. Yeah, mine were just sitting right by you, yeah. All right, let's see. Ooh, I was going to move into thank yous and sponsors, but first, also we have Snow Talks. Anyone here ever been to a Snow Talk? What did you learn at that Snow Talk? Oh, that was a test. That was a test. Yeah, the Snow Talks are, I don't know if they're officially TLP red per se, or is it red? I guess it's kind of red, right? It's TLP, hey, shut up. And so the overall idea, they're not recorded, but you go in there and you learn about some really cool things that folks are barely comfortable with presenting to a kind of a public audience. But you're not gonna talk about what you talk about. And the first rule of Snow Talks is shut up. So check them out. They're over in Building B, right? Oh, they're at the Delta. Sorry, they're at the Delta this year, and they're gonna snake around towards the back. And let me check real quick here. The venue, if you folks are not aware, no, that's not what I want. Undo that. Do we have the map online on the website? Moving on. Awesome. Okay. Hacker Tracker. Does it have the map on Hacker Tracker? Who just said that? That's Vince. I love Vince. Here, come here, Vince. Anyone here ADHD like me? Like literally certified? Like, you know, I have these little four little keyboard keys, and you can just click them, and it annoys everyone sitting next to you. They're wonderful. Here you go. Yeah, he's just going to do that to me. Cool. I walked right into that one. Thanks, man. All right. Thank yous are in order. You cannot have a conference without, for example, sponsors. Our sponsors are critical to us. For 3 years, I was involved with bringing the sponsors in, and I have not been, and I was super excited to see some of the names on this list. Our Chola sponsors this year, thank you so much of a thank you to Axon, Cisco, Early Warning, Fortinet, Harmonic, Kudelski Security, and New Genesis Solutions. Check out our sponsors. Many of them are set up, almost all of them are set up over in the bigger room. What are we calling that? The main hall? Still? Okay, they're in the main hall. You can't miss it. It's the main hall. Go check them out. Our barrel sponsors this year. I like to see so many names here too. This is great. Aikido, Bishop Fox, Blink, Bug Crowd, Hack the Box, High Tech, Mix Mode, Palo Alto Networks, Socket, Torque, and Black Hills Information Security. Some of these sponsors, I don't want to call out specific folks and whatnot. Some of them have been with us for many, many years, including since the first year. And one of the sponsors on this screen is actually my employer. I won't say who, but you know, if you go to LinkedIn, it's right there. So really, really happy to have them. And our in-kind sponsors, I'm going to zoom in here. The EFF, Electronic Frontier Foundation, has been rocking with us now since, 2025, something years like that. I'm sure Christian's here this year. Huge thank you to them. If you want to learn a little more about privacy and what folks are kind of dealing with and how you can deal with various things, go check them out. And then, of course, we've got OWASP. OWASP is also going to be helping out by giving some awesome giveaways away at our closing. More notes on that coming up. All right, make sure that you folks check out the, actually, I'm going to get to the closing a little bit later. I'm going to go back to thank yous. So we have speakers. Thank you to all of our speakers. Has anyone here ever presented at a conference or maybe this conference? It takes a while to do your research and put your stuff together. And what do you get from that? You get the joy of sharing to others, and we all get a conference, right? So thank you to the speakers. Extremely excited that we have so many this year. The call for papers was massive. I know, because I didn't finish all of mine. I didn't finish going through them all. There was too many. It was great. Everyone else had to pick up my slack. Sorry. I'd also like to thank the staff. I'm looking at, so I wanted that. I'll look at you though. Hi. The staff put like countless hours to make this happen. Thank you all. You are very much appreciated. And hey, thanks for letting me come up here and run my mouth. They were like, hey, you haven't been involved. Do you want to go run your mouth in front of the CactusCon attendees? I was like, stupid question. So here we go. For events, we have a number of other events on the schedule. So I'm going to go right back up to CC14. I'm going to go to talks and schedule right here. And we have, for example, we have our happy hour sponsored by Vertex. That'll be today in track 1. That's track 1 or main hall? That's going to be in the main hall. It says track 1. It's in the main hall. We also have an after party sponsored by Arctic Wolf from 6 to, it says 90 minutes. 6 to, show up around 6. And it'll be going. That's at the level 1 arcade bar. Details are all over this site. We even have tokens for you folks, so you can get some free games in and, bring some money in and have some more gaming fun. I also want to note, I have not mentioned it personally, but just in case, CactusCon Kids, that was a pre-reg this year, right? Awesome. You can sign up at the door tomorrow for CactusCon Kids. Let me go up to Saturday real quick and just click that guy right there. CactusCon Kids, let's see if they're on the schedule. Yeah, check them out. They're going to be in which building? The Delta. Also a thank you, by the way, to the Marriott Delta for having us and honoring us and saving our bacon. Quite literally 1 year. If there's any reps in here, we love you. And of course, thank you to the Mesa Convention Center. This is the fifth, sixth or seventh year that we've been here. So there's that. I have a 14-year-old daughter. I can't believe none of you did that right now. Thank you. I walked right into it, and you were like, no, no, Ryan, we're not doing that. Merch sales are right outside this door, that door that I'm pointing to, if you can see. They're right outside the door. This year, we have T-shirts. We have posters. The posters are awesome. I have a massive collection. My wife hates the collection, and I get to add to it. Yeah. And again, the hardware badges should be available, I believe, just after around 12 in the merch area. They're doing some last-minute flashing and fun stuff for you, so check those out. And, of course, we have our closing ceremony. The closing ceremony is on Saturday. Let me scroll down. 4 p.m., track 1. That's this room, by the way. And you don't want to miss the closing. It's one of my favorite things about CactusCon is the closing for some reason. It's a wrap-up. What did we learn? What happened? Who do we thank? We're going to have giveaways, and OWASP will be giving away 2 access tickets to their conference, their yearly conference. People get really excited about that one. And as a note for giveaways, we also have CTF. That's not a giveaway. That's a prize. Yeah. The CTF, if you engage and you do well, you get prizes, and they're always awesome. Like, jealousy is not cool. Like, you don't want that person to have that thing, and you're being lame. Envy is fine. Envy is like, I just wish that's super cool. I'm super envious every year of the CTF prizes. I was like, oh, those look really fun. So make sure you check that out. And without further ado, is there anything you want me to add in there? Cool. It is. Hold up. Whoa. Slow down. I was just going to say, wow, I wrapped up 8 minutes early. That's so not me. All right. I want to give some little things away here. Folks, if you've never been to CactusCon and you brought your kids, raise your hand. I saw your hand first. Would your kid like a little clicky dooble? Dooble? What's a dooble? They get a clicky dooble. Your hand went up first. Oh, I'm sorry. What color do you want? Does your kid want? He's like, yeah, my kid. Kids. All right, cool. All right, let's see. Trivia time. If anyone wants one of these little, what do they call them? Fidget toys. A lot of us in the room, I deal with ransomware a lot. Anyone know the name? Anyone know the name of the ransomware group that in 2019 made data exfiltration extremely popular, and it became the double portion of the whole victimization and holding ransom? Nope. Come on. Anyone know? For the recording, someone in the audience yelled, "Was it you?" I should just give it to you. No, I'll give you a hint. They moved their name from what it was to a cartel. They were the first group to do that also. No one remembers Maze? Maze Cartel? They're the reason ransomware and that cyber extortion now exists as a secondary kind of thing. They're the ones who made it popular. I hate them. I'm glad no one knows their name. Now I just said their name. Walked into that one. Anyone know what the largest ransomware group is right now in terms of data leak site posts? Who's doing the most damage? For the recording, we had Russia and you. All right, moving away from ransomware. All right. What? How'd you know that? I saw your phone in your hand. Come on up. Let's go. You want it? Congratulations. Oh, by the way, it's Killin or Qlin, or also pronounced other ways. I butcher it every time. Qilin. Let's go with that. All right. Let's see. Last I want to mention is that we do have a policy for not being, thank you, good sir, for not being rude and not sucking. So we want people to be comfortable. We want people to essentially be able to have fun and to not feel poorly by showing up to CactusCon. That wouldn't make any sense. There is a code of conduct. It is on the website. It is under About. There's a short version, and then there's the kind I like, the long version. The short version is, hey, don't suck. The longer version is has notes for harassment, presenters and sponsors, participant-specific reporting. There's some notes here about our board, which I'll just, in case you don't saw your face there. So if you are in the community Discord server, you can use the mod feature. I don't think the mod's actually active, but you can look for support there. Please note that our volunteers are all wearing what I confirmed, because I'm colorblind, and I thought there was something else, yellow shirts. If you need assistance, if there's any type of harassment, if you're like, this shouldn't be happening, please go find a yellow shirt, and let's get that taken care of. All right, so please check out the code of conduct. And on that note, I will now shush. Thank you all for being here. I hope you have a fantastic CactusCon 14.